Hey everyone, welcome to our channel where we bring the timeless truths of God's Word to life. Today we'll be exploring the profound narrative of Jacob's ladder as told in Genesis 28. This is the full Bible story of Jacob's ladder. So let's get into it. So Genesis 28 opens with Isaac, the son of Abraham and the grandson of Terah, now grown and ready to pass on his blessing to his son Jacob. But there was a problem. Isaac had two sons, Jacob and his older brother Esau, and unfortunately, they weren't exactly close. In fact, their relationship was pretty strained because, Jacob was a trickster, and he had deceived his blind father Isaac to get the birthright, which was supposed to go to the firstborn son. Now, that was a big deal back then. Came with some serious perks, like a double portion of the inheritance and the responsibility of leading their family and clan. But Jacob wasn't done yet. He was after his father's blessing too, which came with its own set of benefits. It promised descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky and as endless as the sand on the seashore. Plus, it declared that all nations would bless him and that all the families of the earth would worship him and his offspring. Talk about a power trip. Now, Jacob's mom, Rebekah, was wise. She knew that blessing was coming to Jacob, but she also knew that Isaac wasn't keen on giving it to him. You see, Isaac loved Esau dearly and wanted him to get the blessing. So what was she going to do? Well, she went straight to Isaac and told him, "My son Jacob has found favor in your eyes. But my son Esau is a wild man. You don't know what he might do in a fit of anger. Come on, Isaac. Please give the blessing to Jacob." Isaac tried to brush it off, saying, "Your brother will be blessed too. His descendants will be numerous and he'll be blessed wherever he goes, while I'll heap my words upon him and my words will come true for him." But Rebekah wasn't having it. She said, "My son Jacob is indeed blessed, and through him all nations will bless themselves. No, Isaac, you need to give Jacob the blessing today. Don't wait, or else it'll be too late." Isaac finally relented and decided to go ahead with the blessing. He called Jacob in, gave him a big hug and kiss, and began the ceremony by taking some of the best food and wine and presenting it to him. Then he shared this blessing. "Look how good and pleasant my son Jacob is. If all of your brothers could just be like him, let me pour my blessing over you, like oil over the bread that sustains your life. I want my son Jacob to grow strong. May he become a great nation, and may nations come from him. May peoples be renewed from him, and kings come from his legs. Till Messiah comes, he will remain ruler and sustainer of Israel and his people." After giving the blessing, Isaac asked Jacob to stay right where he was, while he went to get his cloak and some bowls. And when he returned, Isaac looked at Jacob and said, "Look how good and pleasant my son Jacob is. Like a refreshing garment, like a precious stone that sparkles." "No, not like that. Like an oil poured out and flowing down. My son Jacob is a blessing. When he is refreshed, he refreshes those around him. Yes, my son Jacob is truly blessed. Let me pour my blessing over you like showers on the land. My son Jacob is a chosen treasure, a treasured possession, a precious jewel. He will rule over his brothers, and his descendants will be blessed. He will bow down before him and prostrate themselves before him. Who can hurt him? When he reaches his full strength, he will humble himself under me. Even though he is so powerful, the whole clan will bend before him, and he will be like a lion. He will not only lick his paw, but will be strong enough to devour his prey." And with that, Isaac had given Jacob the blessing. So now what happens next? What does Jacob do with this blessing? Well, knowing that he had received his father's blessing, Jacob decided to leave Beersheba and move up north to Haran, where his mother's family lived. It was probably around 75 miles away, and he planned to find a wife from among his mother's relatives. He didn't travel alone. No, sir. He took along some servants and his favorite wife, Rachel, along with Bilhah and Zilpah, who were Rachel's handmaidens. As night fell on the first day of his journey, Jacob and his gang pitched their tents near a certain place and settled down for bed. That's when Jacob had a dream. He dreamed that a ladder stretched from the earth all the way up to heaven, with angels ascending and descending on it. And guess who was on that ladder? Yep, you guessed it, God himself. "Look, the Lord spoke to Jacob in his dream. I am the Lord, the God of Abraham, your ancestor, and the God of Isaac, your father. Now I am giving you this land, you and your descendants. All the families of the earth will bless themselves by you and your offspring, and you will be a blessing." Jacob woke up from his dream, totally blown away by what he had seen and heard. He was like, wow, God actually spoke to me when I named that place Bethel, which means house of God. He built an altar there and poured some oil on it as a gift to God. Then he and his group headed on to Haran. Now, when Jacob arrived in Haran, he found a prosperous town filled with lots of people. It was much bigger than anything he'd seen before, and he was really impressed by the culture. So he stayed there for a while, hanging out with his mom's family, Laban, his uncle, and his 4 daughters, Leah, Rachel, Zilpah, and Bilhah. But Jacob's heart belonged to Rachel, and he was crazy about her. He worked for her dad, Laban, for 14 years, doing hard labor, like taking care of flocks and tending fields, all in exchange for getting Rachel's hand in marriage. However, on the wedding night, Laban tricked Jacob by giving him his older daughter Leah instead of Rachel, saying, "You can marry Rachel too. After all, it isn't done for a man to marry just one woman in this part of the world. Now marry my other daughter Leah. If you don't like her, then I'll give you Rachel." So Jacob ended up marrying both sisters. Here's the thing. Leah wasn't very attractive, and Jacob really wanted Rachel. Still, they had children together: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, and Dan. And Rachel didn't have any kids for a while, which made Jacob even more frustrated. It got so bad that Laban was like, "Hey Jacob, why aren't you marrying one of your other wives if you don't like Leah?" Jacob was all, "Well, she's not really my cup of tea." Fast forward a bit, and Rachel finally got pregnant and gave birth to Joseph. But sadly, she died during childbirth. Before dying, she named him, saying, "God has shown me that my place is in Egypt. Joseph is truly God's son." And as it turned out, Rachel was right. Jacob and his 12 sons eventually fled to Egypt to escape famine and settle there permanently. So that's the incredible story of Jacob's ladder. Jacob's dream was more than just a vision. It was a revelation of God's plan for his life and the destiny of his descendants. God promised to bless Jacob and make him a great nation, a promise that would ultimately lead to the birth of the people of Israel. It's a story about faith, about trusting in God's promises despite the uncertainties of life. Jacob's dream reminds us that God is with us, guiding and protecting us on our journeys, even when we can't see it. It's a beacon of hope for those facing difficult situations. A reminder that God has plans and purposes that extend beyond our current circumstances. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to show your support. Your support motivates us to continue bringing these stories to life. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next episode.